Good morning. Welcome. If you're watching this video, hopefully you're getting an idea of what we're doing next. Last time we did cover some transformations going up and down. Now we're going to include up, down, and some changing of the slope, doing some steepness and less steep. Okay, making sure we know some accurate vocabulary words to make sure we know what to do. Now, I skipped 5.3 just so we can get to the picture. Now, before I even get started with this graphing, you are allowed to use Desmos as a calculator on the STAR test. So make sure you go to Desmos in Google, Desmos. I'm gonna click Desmos calculator Google search just so I could get you there. The first one says Desmos.com. You can pause the video to make sure you're typing it correctly. You click that. It's not what I want. Sorry. Just want Desmos.com. You should see something like this. Okay. That is not the calculator. Make sure we have the correct calculator. Very important. Okay. Scrolling down to the bottom. When you hit the very bottom, you're going to see a couple things right here in the second column on the very bottom where it says test practice. You're going to click that. After you click test practice, you're going to click choose assessment. And we are in the state of Texas, TEXAS, Texas Star. And you click start. Must say Texas Star. If you're not using the correct Desmos, you are hurting yourself. So make sure you're paying close attention to that. Okay, let's get started. First things first, I'm telling my kids, I'm giving them a test. Make sure you know how to fix your Desmos. First things first, gonna click my little tool. Gotta make sure that I'm doing everything correctly. I wanna see all these numbers. Come to the x-axis, add step. I'm gonna put the number 1. We can see some numbers now popping in increments of 1. Coming to the y-axis, also putting 1. When we start reviewing for STAR tests, we will add some labels right here and right here. But for right now, I'm not going to go too overboard. Just make sure you can see all the numbers 1 through however. Just make sure you can see it in increments of 1. Okay. Next, we are going to look at the notes. Looking at 5.4, I can't tell you the correct page from the book, but we're looking at 5.4. Okay. Let's consider the transformations from this function. The basic function, we should remember from last time, I called this the linear parent function. Okay? We must type this guy right here, f of x equals x, into Desmos. So I'm going to do that real quick. Go to Desmos, boom. Type in f parentheses x equals x. And we see this line popping out, okay? I'm going to change the color on this line. I'm going to click the little gear right here. Going to click this color. I'm going to change it to black because that's my base line. That is the first line that I'm worried about, okay? And we can see that it's already graphed, It's already graphed right here in these graphs, okay? Next, we have to keep f of x in that Desmos. For this lesson, we got to keep it in there. If you don't have it there, it's not going to work for the other ones. So be very cautious of what's happening. Okay, in this second part, we will type in our answer problem, starting with g of x equals 2 times all that wonderful stuff. Okay, gotta type this in. Gonna do it right now. Starting with g parentheses x equals, gonna go back to it real quick just to make sure I'm doing it correctly. 2 times f of x plus 7. Sorry, wrong one. 2 I don't have the times right here. I'm going to click downstairs. This little keypad right here. This little keypad will bring up some other stuff. Let's see if it lets me. Oh, let me take off this. Love it. Times. I'm going to put F, parentheses X, parentheses. You could already see a new line coming out. And we have plus 7. Okay. Of course, our black line is our parent function, and our blue line is our new function, okay? Our job right now is to graph this line. Very important that we also recognize the movements, which we'll talk about right now. Okay, so let's graph this line. Let me see if I can put it side by side. Boom, boom, love it. Let me see if I could, not really letting me do it. Oh, there we go. Zoomed in, I see all the numbers, looks great. Remember, the black line is already my parent function, so I'm looking at the blue line. So, where can I start? The intersection for my y, which is right there, is 0, 7. So I come over here, plot a point at 0, 7. Boom. Looks good. Next, I'm going to look for the next coordinate. Starting at 7, we could come down. Boom. Can't really see it that well. Double check it. Right here, it's not letting me really pick out a number, but let's see if it lets me. It's not letting me really pick it out, but I'll help you out. -1, 5. -1, 5 is my next point. Come over here. -1, 5. Okay. Coming down. Boom. I got it right on the point. -2, 3. -2, 3. And I'm gonna keep doing this because I'm creating a slope, okay? I'm already seeing that, hey, it looks like it's going up 1 over, 2 down. So that's creating a slope, making sure that we can see that it's a consistent, constant change, okay? It's our rate of change. Next point, we had -2, 3. Next, we got -3, 1, kind of on there. -3, 1, right there. -3, 1. -3, 1. And if you're able to see the pattern, it's going 1 over, 2 down, 1 over, 2 down. So I'm going to keep doing that. 1 over, 2 down. 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 And I have my set of points. If I wanted to finish off, go 2 up, 1 over, creating the slope. It's kind of like a staircase, ladies and gentlemen. And we have our line. I put arrows on there because it's going on forever. Can't forget that. And now I want to talk about specifically what these numbers mean. Okay? Definitely just consider to identify. You know, next time I will go into more detail with the steepness, the up or down. But make sure you know what we're referring to, okay? Definitely make sure right here, the 2 represents our slope. So I'm going to make sure I write that down. Slope is 2. The 7 is our y-intercept. Slope is 2, 7 is y-intercept. Okay. Gonna do one more, and then I'm definitely gonna want you to do this on your own. I will have a video ready to go for you to be able to do this, and then we'll cover this last part. And then 5.5 we won't be doing just because we want to save some time. Okay, so I'll do one more. I'll stop the video. I'll do another video doing the other problems a little faster, so we can make sure we're doing okay. Gonna do letter C real quick. Doing letter C, of course, coming back to my Desmos. Gonna take off only the second one because that is not the parent function. The parent function is f of x equals x. Coming on over, you know what? I can split screen already, so I can already have it there. Boom, boom. Doing letter C. Typing this in. We got G, parentheses x, parentheses, equals. 1 over 3 is a little different. You do need to do the slash bar. Slash bar is on your computer, the one where it has a question mark. 1/3. Gonna click the side arrow just to make sure I can put the X right next to it. Sorry. X. Oh, it's not X, it's f of x, sorry. Don't forget the times. Times f parentheses x parentheses, it's coming out, plus 2. Plus 2. Okay. Definitely keep trying. Of course, you want to make sure you're typing exactly what is here on the grid. So we can plot points, connect our line, boom, we have our line. Here we go. First thing that I notice, that it is crossing 2, which is our y-intercept. Talk about that right in a minute. Put a point at 2. Next, a lot of my students saw this intersection, this solution that will come up later, 0.33. So I'm going to put a point right there. 3, 3. Love it. Now we can keep going. If I move this guy, we had it at 3, 3. The next point that I see is at, boom, somewhere around there. Oh, I had it. Yeah, it's just clicking. It won't really give me the exact number, but we should be able to do it on our own anyways. Okay. Sorry. Next number that I see is at 6, 4. Oh, it's right there. 6. Oh, I had it. Shoot. That's okay. So we got 6, 4. Come over here. 6, 4. Oh, let me put it on 6, 4. After that, we should be able to see our slope, our rate of change, a little staircase. We should see that it went up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3 to make that next point. We can reverse it. We can go 3 to the left, 1 down, 3 to the left, 1 down, point. 3 to the left, 1 down, point. 3 to the left, 1 down, point. And there's my line. Make my beautiful line. Of course, like I said, we'll talk about steepness and the rest of the translations next time when it's all combined. This line looks like this line. Looks beautiful. Gonna make sure we talk about exactly who my slope is, because that's a specific topic next time. Slope here. Slope from this problem is 1/3. And my y-intercept is 2. Okay. We can see the y-intercept here. We see the slope 1 over 3. Looks good. Definitely do the other problems. I'll make a video just so you can double check that you're doing it. Obviously, take the time. Please, please, please have the correct Desmos. Make sure it says Texas Star. Make sure you do all this wonderful stuff. Make sure you can see all the numbers. Please, please, please make sure you're trying your best. If you have any questions, send me a message. Do whatever you can to get in communication. Ask a teacher, ask a friend. Be your own person. Doing a great job. Have a great day.